Right then, you'll have to excuse the darkness. It's actually 4:30 in the afternoon, and I'm just taking a spare moment to put together a wee video clip for the brief on moving off and stopping. I hope you can see that okay. You'll have to just bear with me. I hope it's going to work out okay, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, yeah, winter's coming, so we're going to start doing things in the dark. So yeah, we're going to look at PST number 2, which is moving off and stopping, and we've already done a little video clip on how to explain about the mirrors on the drive to the area, and also how to swap seats. So we're going to take it from the point of we've already driven to the area, we've swapped seats, and now we're ready to deliver the brief. Okay, so I'm just going to give a wee demonstration on how to deliver that basically. Okay, so we're going to, same as normal, I'll play the parts of the candidate and the instructor, and we'll take things from there. Okay. Right then, John, now that we've swapped seats and we've got our cockpit controller set up, we're going to go through the brief on how to move off and stop. Okay, so I've got my wee presenter here. Okay, so put this up, and hope you can see that okay. So then, John, we've already established that you've managed to get to a point for preparing the car. Okay, is that right? Ah, yeah, I've done that. Can you explain a little bit about that for me? Well, that was finding, what was it called again? You had to do that clutch control thing. How about the biting point? Does that make any sense to you? Oh, yeah, that's it, the biting point. Aye, we had to set the gas and find the biting point. That's right, yeah. So that's the first part of what we call the POM routine. Okay, the POM, prepare, observe, and move. Okay, so you've already done that bit, the preparation. So that's the sequence of clutch, gear, gas, and bite. So you'd have done that in the last lesson. Aye, that's right, yeah, I did. I remember doing that in the last lesson. So once you prepare the car, you need to observe. Okay, so you've got the O for observation. Okay, and we've got a 6-point check for observations. Okay, and this is where you start your sort of mirror use. Okay, we've got to make sure we're checking mirrors and also the blind spots. Okay, so having a look at the diagram, you can see that's the car here. Okay, and the blue bit is what you'd see in the mirror, and the shaded bit, this bit here, is your blind spot. Okay, so that's the area that is not covered by your mirrors. Okay, so if you don't check the blind spot, then you don't know what's there. And a lot of people, they check their mirrors, but they don't check the blind spot. Yeah, so they can move off without actually knowing what's at the side of them. Yeah, and what's the dangers here? If you moved off in this situation, think of what the dangers are. Or that car could pull out, or the pedestrian could walk across the road. Yeah, you've got the pedestrian there. Okay, so you're looking out for that as you're checking the blind spot. So we start off with our left side, yeah, and we do a clean sweep of the car. So starting off with our left shoulder, we work our way around to our left mirror, the centre mirror or middle mirror, the right hand mirror, and the right blind spot. So that's your 6-point check. So you go from one shoulder, 3 mirrors, and the other shoulder. So you get all round observations to make sure it's safe. Okay, and so we've checked the mirrors and the blind spot, and you've also got to ask a question of, do I need to signal? Okay, now the thing about the signal is we only signal if it's necessary to signal. Yeah, when we're moving away, every junction requires a signal. Okay, if you're turning left or right, but when you're moving away, you only signal if it's necessary, because it works on your observations. It makes you more aware of what's around you. Okay, so we check our mirrors, we assess the situation, and we decide if it's safe to go, and if it is, do we need to signal? Okay, so I'm going to help you a little bit with that. That's signal with necessary. So once we're at that stage on the move, I'll give you a bit of information on helping you with that and getting to recognise if it's necessary to signal or if it's not. Okay, so once we've made these decisions, your handbrake has to get released, and it's very important that you keep your feet nice and still. Okay, so you find the biting point, the bonnet will raise up slightly and you hold that nice and still. So when the handbrake goes off, you keep your feet nice and still and the car will start to move. And it's important that you don't get too excited at this point, yeah, because the car is going to move and sometimes people get a bit excited and they kind of jump off the pedals, yeah. So it's important again, keep your feet nice and still, okay, and the car will start to move. And as it starts to move, we need to steer, okay. So we need to make sure we drive out to the driving position, which is a bit centre of the lane. You want to be in the centre of the lane. Normally about 3 feet from the curb, but centre of the lane, because you know roads are different sizes. So we're looking to be centre of the lane. So if you want to go centre of the lane, you need to look to the centre of the lane. Yeah, because your hands follow your eyes. So if you look sort of near, middle and far distance, yeah, you're going to get the car to go to that position. But a way of helping that is you think of the steering wheel as a clock face and 12 o'clock being at the top, okay, you can turn the wheel to 2 o'clock to bring it out, bring it back to 10 o'clock to correct it, and bring it back to 12 to keep it straight. So we go from 2, that's going to bring the car out into the centre of the lane. We're going to turn to 10 o'clock, which will correct it and make it go straight, and when it is straight, we're going to then put it to 12 o'clock to keep it straight. And we keep glancing up and down the road, looking where we want to go. So your eyes go up the road, yes, to make sure you keep in a straight line. And then you can very slowly release the clutch pedal, and if necessary, give a very gentle squeeze on the gas pedal. It's just the width of a pound coin. If you think of the width of a pound coin, a very gentle squeeze of the gas pedal. Okay, but it's important again we don't push that too hard. But you'll feel it as the car starts to move. Yeah, so that's why again, if you're on a hill, you might need a wee bit more. If you're on the level, you might need a bit less. So you can recognise that as you start to move. So we're looking well ahead at that point, and then we've got to think about stopping. Okay, so for stopping, we've got this little situation down here. S, L and C, safe, legal and convenient. So if you have a look up the road, can you see the third lamppost on the left hand side there? Ah, yeah, I can. Ah, yeah, yeah. Well, we're going to stop the car roughly around that area. It doesn't have to be exact, but somewhere around there. And we're looking to make sure it's safe, legal and convenient. So you can see there are a few other things around there. So anywhere that would be illegal to stop the car. On these zigzag lines at the pedestrian crossing. That's correct. It's illegal. You're not allowed to stop in there. Yeah. How about an inconvenient place? Oh, maybe next to that junction. Next to that junction, that would be a bit inconvenient for other road users, yeah, and not very safe either, so that cover both, yeah. So think about that third lamppost up ahead of us there. It's safe, yeah, it's not close to any of the junctions, it's not on W lines, it's not on zigzag lines, it's not opposite a junction, it's not on a bus stop, so that covers that area. That's safe, legal and convenient, and that's what we're looking for. Okay, so as we get up there, we need to introduce the MSM routine. So that's mirror signal maneuver routine. Okay, that's the whole basis of driving is revolved in that. So when we go to pull over, we need to make sure we check our mirrors first, and we're going to check the middle one and the middle one and the left one. Okay, so we see what's behind us and at the side of us. And again, we've got to ask the question, do we need a signal? So if there's anyone around, we're going to use that signal. If there's no one around, we're not going to use the signal. Okay, so I'll help you again with that to make these decisions. And once we've decided that, we need to make sure we get the right position. Okay, so just like when we kind of steered out, we've also got to then steer in towards the curb. So again, this is your 12 o'clock. So we've got to 10 o'clock to bring it in, and then 2 o'clock to correct, and 12 o'clock to keep it straight. But if you have a look at the windscreen just now, and the curb will disappear underneath the vehicle. See how the curb meets the car? That should be around the middle of the window. Is that right? Oh, hi, yeah, it's just right in the middle of the window there, yeah. So that's a reference to stop. So our car's in a parked position just now, so we want it to be in the same position. So as you drive forward, we're going to pull up on the left. So we bring the car in by steering to 2 o'clock. We correct it by going to 10 o'clock, and then we put it back to 12 to keep it straight, and we're looking to line that reference up with the curb. Okay, and as you start to drive in, we're going to come off the gas pedal altogether, and the car will start to slow down, and we're going to cover our brake pedal. Okay, so we come off the gas, cover the brake pedal, and be ready to put our clutch pedal down. Okay, because we're going very, very slowly. We're going to cover the brake pedal, put the clutch pedal down when we're happy with the position, and then gently squeeze the brake to stop the car. Okay, and once you have stopped, we're going to make it safe, and that's where these two things come in. Put the handbrake on, go into neutral, and then release your feet. Okay, how does that sound to you? Well, that sounds great. So there we are. There's a wee example of how to deliver the brief for moving up and stopping. I hope you can see that okay. I might do it again, but it'll give you a little bit of a template to work on. Yeah, I might look at doing this again when it's a daylight, and you'll see a bit better basically. Okie dokie.